Cadmus was the son of the king of Tyre, Agenor, and queen Telephassa. Cadmus was one of 5 children and was known as the first hero of Greek mythology. One day, his sister Europa wanders off and comes across a white bull grazing in the tall grass. Europa becomes entranced and flings herself onto the bull's back. The animal starts to trot forwards, which soon evolves to a gallop. Cadmus and his brothers soon notice this and cry for Europa to try and fling herself off the galloping bull, but Europa does not heed their calls. Suddenly, the bull starts floating off the ground until Cadmus and his brothers can no longer see the pair. The bull takes Europa to the island of Crete, where he reveals himself to be no other than Zeus himself. Cadmus and his brothers are sent on a quest to get Europa back. For years they travelled without success. For some mysterious, perhaps divine reason, they never investigated the island of Crete. On the island of Samothrace, Cadmus became captivated with a woman named Harmonia, and she joined the quest. Cadmus's brothers abandoned the quest, and Cadmus was left with Harmonia and a large following from Tyre. Needing a purpose, and still missing Europa, Cadmus headed for Delphi to consult the oracle. Once there, the oracle spoke.
Cadmus, son of Agenor, abandon your quest for your sister Europa and follow the heifer marked with the half moon.
Follow until it drops down exhausted. Where it falls, you must build.
The oracle spoke no more, and Cadmus did not understand what any of her wisdom meant. As Delphi was situated in the region of Phocis, King Pelagon invited Cadmus and Harmonia to stay at his palace. At the end of 3 days of feasting in their honour, Cadmus is invited to join in the Phocian Games by Pelagon's father, Amphidamus. He speaks to Cadmus about a dream he had, in which he sees Cadmus wins the greatest prize there ever was. Cadmus is confident there does not exist a man that can throw a javelin or discus as far as he can, and on the first throw of the discus, Cadmus sends the discus out over the palace grounds. Later that evening, Cadmus had won every single competition. Pelagon asked a servant to find a fitting prize. The crowds were cheering for Cadmus when the servant entered with the prize, but they soon became puzzled as the servant brought forth a large cow. The crowd started laughing, but Harmonia tells Cadmus, "Look at its back," and Cadmus sees that the cow has a half-moon-shaped mark on its back. The cow starts walking out of the palace grounds, and Cadmus and his retinue follow it. For 3 days it walks until it lays down in exhaustion, just like the oracle predicted. Harmonia tells Cadmus,
"Let's sacrifice the cow to Athena. It is almost dead, and Athena will guide us."
Cadmus was of divine descent, and after having allied himself with Harmonia, Athena looked upon Cadmus with great favour. Cadmus prepared for the sacrifice and sent 4 of his followers to fetch some water in a nearby spring. One of the followers came back, clearly distressed. He tells Cadmus that the others were killed by a water dragon, which is protecting the spring. Cadmus picks up a great big boulder and hides in some bushes near the spring. He then makes a sound to draw the attention of the water dragon. Once the dragon gets close, he hurls the boulder at the dragon, killing it. The dragon turned out to be sacred to Ares, the god of war. Cadmus was ignorant of this, lit incense, and kept on with his sacrifice to Athena. Athena then appeared before Cadmus. She tells him,
"Plough the fertile field, and to sow the furrows, with the teeth of the dragon you have slain."
Cadmus then had his followers plough the field. Then he went about digging small holes with his spear, and in each hole he put a tooth from the dragon. Once finished, he stood back looking upon the field. Suddenly mighty warriors sprouted from the field.
Spartoi! I am Prince Cadmus, your general, at ease.
The warriors paid no attention to Cadmus's words, and they started marching forward. Cadmus, being tired, throws a rock amongst the Spartoi. The rock hits one of the soldiers in the shoulder. The soldier goes mad with aggression, thinking he has been hit by the soldier at his side. The aggressions escalate until the entire army of Spartoi are fighting each other. After the tumult is over, there are 5 Spartoi left standing. They walk towards Cadmus and kneel before him.
On these plains I shall build a great city, and these 5 Spartoi shall be my Theban lords.
And so concludes the story of how Cadmus became the founder of the great city of Thebes. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give me a like and a follow. And let me know in the comments what stories of mythology you would like me to do a video on next.